morning, friends. I am coming to you guys from Tuesday. I was looking at my footage from yesterday and I realized I never even actually started the vlog. So if you are new here, hi, my name is Kate. I am a third year second grade teacher here in Northern California, and I have been vlogging my experience as a teacher a little bit throughout this year. So I am bringing you to another couple days in my life. I normally film like weekly vlogs, but I'm trying something new. I feel like a 45-minute vlog is just a lot to sit through, and it's also a lot for me to edit. So I'm kind of thinking of trying something new this week where I'm gonna film on Monday and Tuesday. So you'll see everything from yesterday and then everything from today, and then post that on Wednesday. And then I'll film on Wednesday and Friday and post that over the weekend. So it's great because you kind of get a little bit of content during the week, a little bit of the rest of the weekly content at the end of the week. And I was just gonna try that out this week and see how that goes. Thursday is our short day and my students also have PE. So there's really just a couple of things that we do on Thursday. So it's not really worth including, but yeah, just thought I would pop in but before you watch the rest of this vlog, introduce myself and kind of give you the game plan of what I'm thinking for this video. So this is Spider Week. I am reading a couple of different spider books with my class. We're doing some different spider activities, mixing in some fun math games that are Halloween related. So I think it should be a good one. If you aren't already, please make sure to hit the red button down below and subscribe to my channel. Like this video if you like it, and leave a comment down below if you have a fall break, because our school does not. We go 15 weeks without any kind of longer break. So we are in the home stretch trying to get to Thanksgiving break, but luckily I have a super sweet bunch this year who makes it a lot easier. Just wanted to show you our Monday schedule. Every Monday it's the same. We have our whole class or whole school assembly outside in the morning, and then we have our morning meeting, super long morning meeting because there's a lot that we cover on Monday mornings. We do our new student of the week, recess, yoga. We normally have a longer math block, but we have the vision and hearing test today, so that's going to be a shorter math block today. Lunch, writing, new reading focus that I'll introduce today. Pack up, they go to PE. This is when I have my prep, and then they go home. So this is just our Monday schedule. Also wanted to show you guys this. I got it from Falling for First on Instagram, and it's a freebie on her TPT store, and this has honestly changed the game for us. I just keep this posted up here because my kiddos sit on the carpet dots right here. And I have a lot of friends this year who have a hard time sitting crisscross. I don't know if it's just uncomfortable or what. So since I implemented this and I let them sit mountain or mermaid, or kind of just choose how they want to sit on the carpet, they have done so much better during all of our carpet whole group teaching time. It is lunch right now, and I am just getting my life together a little bit. We had such a funny morning, and I'm kind of feeling like today is just going to be one of those days. However, luckily, I really don't have too many of those days. Like, my class is normally pretty great, but I think having the short week last week messed us up a little bit. So I just finished working on this anchor chart that we're going to use for our reading activity. I'll walk you through some of our writing that I'm hoping that we can do, and then I'll catch you guys up at the end of the day. So far we have already done math. And we were supposed to do our student of the week, but they were not here today. So we just pivoted and did a little phonics review from last week, which was great. Our math was super, super short because we had to go to that vision test. And at that point, I started realizing that we were losing it a little bit. You should have seen my math groups today. Like, kids were literally just running around, saying whatever they wanted. Half of them didn't even do the activities that they were supposed to be doing, even though we talked about it very explicitly. So teaching is just one of those things where I can come on here and tell you like everything that we did, but I still want you to know that like we still have rough days. All the days are not great. And my class this year is just very chatty. And sometimes I can get them to kind of chill it out a little bit. And then there's days like today where it's like they honestly don't care what I'm saying. They just want to talk to their friends. Anywho, so I started working on this anchor chart this morning. I've gotten so many questions about where I get my anchor charts from, and so many of them are from this pack on TPT. It is the ELA planogram, Just this huge bundle from Amy Grossbeck, and it has like every kind of ELA anchor chart that you could possibly want. And some of the other anchor charts that I do, I literally will just look up on Pinterest like whatever kind of anchor chart I'm looking for, and they are, all of my anchor charts have this sticky post-it note type stuff on the back, so it's really easy. I just hang them up, I post them onto the whiteboard, and I just copy them over. So the one that I did today was for author's purpose, and it's the pie. So there are 3 purposes, either to persuade, inform, or entertain. And this one turned out really cute. I'm super happy with this one. My slides, whenever I introduce a new reading activity or a new reading focus, are always the same. So we have our introduction slide, which is all about what the author's purpose is, just like a little definition, and then some quick bullets just to summarize it. And then if there is a brain pop or a cool YouTube video, I always put those in. And then our read aloud. So I'm super excited about our read aloud. It is called I'm Trying to Love Spiders. As you know, I'm obsessed with finding interactive read aloud, so I will have this one linked down below. It's just another TPT purchase from the Clutter-Free Classroom, but I love this. It has a bunch of questions that I can ask. This week we're focusing on author's purpose, so I will go on these ones. And this is such a cute book. I would highly recommend checking it out for informative writing, Halloween writing, author's purpose. And this book is really cool because it is funny. Like there's a bunch of pages where it's like, ah, no, there's a spider, squish it, squish it. And I have to be really dramatic, so I'll try to record myself reading this one. But then in addition to that, it's also like very informative, and there's a lot of really cool facts about spiders in here. So the author has 3 purposes for this. It is entertaining. It also persuades us to like spiders, and it also is very informative. So this is one book that kind of encompasses all 3 author's purpose types, and I'm really excited for this book and the activity that we'll do with it if we have enough time. Hi friends. So we made it to the end of the day. It is my prep period right now. Thank God. I'm not normally in bad moods like this, but today I'm just in a whole mood, and so were the kids. So hopefully tomorrow is a little bit better. But I thought I would take this time to show you our super fun writing unit that I kind of built up from the ground this year. I did a few different writing units last year and spent a lot of time over the summer just thinking about how I wanted to do them a little bit differently. So we started with opinion writing a couple weeks ago, and our first opinion was what is the best season? And that went really well. And now we are kind of jumping into persuasive writing, since that is a subsection of opinion writing. So my favorite thing as a kid was getting a class pet, and in 2nd grade my teacher had class pets, and it was seriously like the highlight of my 2nd grade year. My 2nd grade teacher was a mom and had a family and kids, and I am not a mom. I don't have a family and kids, so I do not have a class pet, nor do I plan on getting one anytime soon. But my class this year is obsessed with the idea of a class pet, so I thought it'd be really fun to do an opinion persuasive writing about getting a class pet. In full transparency, this table is never this clean. I kept planning on it being like a student center, writing center, and so far it is October and that still has not happened, but I cleaned everything off and put my stuff here. So this is what we've got going on. I am working on, so this is the entire slide deck for our opinion persuasive writing. So it's just the first day. We talked about what a persuasive writing is. We read Iguana last week. We talked about what good writers do, how they research and use sources. And then our first source was this paper that I ended up kind of breaking up into paragraphs, so that way it was easier to read, and we highlighted it with pros and cons. So that was our first source. And then using that list along with our own ideas, we made a pro and cons list. So these are all of the ideas that the kiddos came up with, and we definitely had more cons than we did pros, which was kind of funny. The second day was picking an opinion and outlining their reasons. So that is just what we did, another quick video about planning. And then I gave them this graphic organizer where they plugged in 3 of these reasons for either pro or con, and they put them into their own graphic organizer. Last week, we always do the intro and conclusion at the same time. And then we also looked at some sample student writing that I found on TPT. And then we did our introduction and our opinion. So again, same video. And I always show my example before giving them the rein to get going on it. But something that I did last year that I'm trying to do this year is seriously differentiate my writing. And the way that I'm doing that is through these rough draft graphic organizers. So I have 3 varying levels of differentiation. I have a square, which of course they have 4 sides, and I decided to do this based on the more sides the shape has, the more differentiation or like the higher ability of the kid. So my squares have pretty much no help. They have some of these boxes on the side with transition words and phrases, but once the lesson is taught, I kind of just let them go. So this is what a squares writing will look like. These papers are 11 by 17 and I am obsessed with them. After the squares, the next varying level of complexity is the triangles. So the triangles have their sentence started and just a little bit more structure, but the addition for them is they have the tell me more. So for this group, I expect them to tell me a lot more about their reason. And then the triangles, they can just give one additional supporting sentence. So it's just a little bit more simplified. And then for my circles, who are my English learners and also kiddos who are just working to achieve grade level, they are the circles, and theirs is considerably simplified. They don't have an extension sentence of tell me more, and they just kind of stick with their one reason that they chose. So the cool thing that they get is they get to pick which conclusion and which introduction they like more. But just honestly, teaching my writing in this way has been such a game changer. I'm able to start it whole group and have the groups kind of work on it independently, and then I pull them based on their shape, and I can do some intervention or editing with them as we go. So this has worked out really well so far. The last thing that we did today was work on their reasons. So we had our first draft and we just did our first reason today. So last year I kind of just threw everything at them and it was really overwhelming. So we've been going really, really slow and just doing 1 piece or maybe 2 pieces each day. And that's really worked for us. So everyone has their introduction and their conclusion. Everyone has at least their first reason. And then tomorrow we can go on to our second and our third and hopefully get to editing by Wednesday. Good morning, friends. Happy Tuesday. I just got here. It's about 7:20, and my biggest goal for this morning is to just figure out some reading group stuff. I am in charge of the drastically below grade level group of students in 2nd grade, so we do flex for reading groups, which means I have 12 of the lowest students in our grade, so they're all reading at a kindergarten, between early and late kindergarten level. So I'm kind of in like a rebuilding year with my reading groups. Last year I had the highest reading group, so we were reading novel studies and 4th grade books. And this year I've made a big switch to just kind of go back to my kindergarten roots. I taught kindergarten a couple years ago and I really do love teaching phonics. So I'm just kind of working some things out right here. I have my Orton Gillingham books, and then I also have my big box of F&P readers. So I'm just going to try to see what I can do for this week. If you guys are interested in just like a reading group specific vlog, I'm thinking about filming one of these in a couple weeks once I kind of restructure my system, but let me know if that's something that you guys would be interested in. All right, repeat after me.
Repeat after me.
Persuade.
Persuade.
Please, please, please.
Please, please, please.
Inform.
Inform.
Tell me more.
Tell me more.
Entertain.
Entertain.
Ha ha ha.
Ha ha ha.
Bye.
Hi.
Yum yum yum.
It's a nighttime hunter of South America. Or this one from Hawaii. Look at the pattern on its bottom end. Would it surprise you if I told you that this spider is called the happy face spider?
Go. Go, go, go. Go, 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 go. Good. Thought I would walk you through our new slides. I just got these slides from Mrs. Munch's Munchkins. So when the kiddos come in the morning, it's pretty much always the same routine. I hate having to talk at the front door, so I just tell them to come in and look at the board. So starts with Tuesday, good morning. We do our feelings check-in. Our morning routine is always the same. And how stinking cute are these little house plants? Obviously, like, plants and boho is not my classroom theme, but it is the theme of my house, and I do love a good boho plant vibe. So even though I have like a very eclectic, colorful classroom, it's fun to have these neutral slides. We have our class family promise. We do our reading group time, which is RTI. I have my groups. We sing the Better Alphabet song. And then my just group plans for the day. They go to recess. We have our yoga set and ready to go. It's so nice. I love being able to just use my little clicker. I'll have this clicker linked down below. It has like a laser pointer and everything. However, the one problem is don't drop it too hard on the blacktop or else it will kind of start breaking a little bit, but I just kind of push it. Back in. So art. With our art teacher, we have it every other Tuesday. Then after art, we went to lunch. After lunch, we had writing. We used to do it in groups, as you guys know, but we aren't doing it in groups anymore because our science teacher isn't here. We went along and did the other 2 reasons today. So they did their second and their third reason, and I pulled groups to meet with me on the carpet for that. After that, we did a little breathing exercise before jumping into reading. And I desperately need the yoga, the breathing, and the brain breaks in between because like primary, we need breaks. We reviewed author's purpose from yesterday and talked about pie. We also read a new book, so this was really fun. Yesterday, our book was I'm Trying to Love Spiders, and was really great because it kind of encompassed all facets of the pie of the author's purpose. And then today we just did spiders. After that, we said, what's the purpose? I had them raise their hand and get into groups based on the book that they liked the best. So I am obsessed with freebies on TPT, and I'm also just obsessed with simple graphic organizers because I don't really need all the fluff and the extra stuff, especially with our ELA block. It's really only like 45 minutes. So introducing a topic, reading our book, having think pair share discussions, and then having like a whole activity for it every time is a little bit redundant. So I had the kids raise their hand for which book they liked the best, whether it was spiders or I'm Trying to Love Spiders. And then I paired them up based on their book of interest, and I had them complete this freebie from TPT. So it's just a simple author's purpose, the book title, the author, and then the clues that the author put in the book to lead you to believe, what the author's purpose was. So this was really cool. All of the kids who did just spiders chose Inform, so they knew what to do. And then it was great because all the kids that chose I'm Trying to Like Spiders either did Entertain because there was cool font and our teacher did funny things like slap the book, or they chose Persuasive because it gave really cool things like people should like spiders because spiders kill mosquitoes and people don't like mosquitoes. So just really, really nice quick check to make sure that they understood the skill. I don't need them to do a whole summary for every single book. I don't need them to always do something completely independent to show me that they know how to do it. And my class, I don't know if you guys are having this year, but my class this year is so chatty. Like, they love me and they aim to please for sure, but they also like do not stop talking. So I've kind of had to like tweak things a little bit from how I did them last year because my class last year was pretty independent. Like, they could do a lot of stuff on their own. But this class has a lot of different needs, but they also love talking. So I try to do as many like partner activities as possible because realistically they're going to want to talk anyway. So partner partner activities are my saving grace, and these freebies on TPT are my other saving grace. So put those together, and that's like the basis for most of my reading activities. And then the last thing for Spider Week today, at least, was our mystery science. The activity was super cute. The kids, it definitely took them longer than I anticipated. I had them do it with the person that was sitting at their desk. So they chose the spider that they wanted to do. They could either do the jumping spider or the orb spider. And I'll, again, have this activity linked on Mystery Science, but they color it, they fold it, they tape it together, and then they put it on this kind of like a pulley, and they could play with it with each other and stick it onto a pencil and kind of make the spider like run away from them. So I'll put a couple clips of them making them and playing with them here, because this took a surprisingly long amount of time, honestly like 50 minutes, and then I was like shoving them out the front door. But this was super fun, and I told them that we could play with them tomorrow, so they are sitting on all of their desks ready to go, so that way we can play with them tomorrow morning. All right, my friends, that is going to be it for today's video. Just a short little mini vlog of Monday and Tuesday this week. And then stay tuned this weekend for the rest of this week, which will be Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday. I have really enjoyed this format. It just seems so much easier for me to digest in terms of like filming shorter pieces and then editing them and then uploading them into smaller vlogs. So I'm super interested in seeing what you guys think. Let me know down below. Do you prefer these shorter mini vlogs of half the week and then half the week, so there's more videos to watch but less time? Or do you like the longer, chunky, week-long vlogs that are like 40 minutes? So let me know. I'm hoping I can do a little bit, some more shorter ones, and then mix in some longer ones if need be. But I'm excited to see what you guys think. So if you aren't already, please make sure to hit the red button down below and subscribe to my channel. Like this video if you like it, and don't forget to come back for part 2 this weekend. Bye.